I'm willing to bet there's an awful lot of you out there that hate removing not only the supports that are left behind, but also the little dips and nubbins that the supports leave on the model. What if I said to you there was a tool for under £20 that could get rid of them for you? And here it is in action. This is a little tool I came across on Amazon. It comes with a load of different heads and it's under £20 and it will make your life so much easier. Let me introduce you to the micro polishing pen. Now, I haven't been sponsored by anyone. This hasn't been given to me. I bought this from Amazon. It was £15.99 and it is an amazing bit of kit. Just look at that, under £16. Now, the micro polishing pen is an engraver. It's not really designed to be used for taking support settings off 3D printers. It's designed to engrave, to cut, to mark. It comes with stencils, etc. It's USB-C chargeable and it lasts a good 30 to 40 minutes on a single charge. It comes with grinding wheels with little rotating saws. It even comes with drill bits, I kid you not. But look at all the different engraving ends that you can simply push in the end of it to get those support nubbins off. It also comes with stencils. As I said, it's an engraver. I'm going to just put those to one side, but you may choose to use them too. This is the bit of kit, and there you go. You can see it working. It's got 3 different speeds which are changeable just by pressing the button. There's also a battery indicator light on there as well, a USB-C charger at the back, and the little end at the front so that you can put in your chosen little end. And look at all the different ends. Can you just imagine where you can get these into your 3D model, into the curves, into the flats, into the round bits, into the grooves and the crannies? Just take the one that you want to use and it literally just pushes into the pen. You don't need to do anything other than push it into the pen. Then turn it on by pressing the button and away you go. It is literally as simple as that. There is no rocket science in this particular piece of kit, and when you want to get it out, you put it out. When you want to put it in, you just put it in. Easy peasy lemon old squeezy. Let's see it in action. There is a piece of hair that's taken off an elf princess model that I've got. Now, normally these little bits of hair, you know it's like, they are horrendous to get those little support settings out of the nooks and crannies of them, and then the little support nubbins that are left behind are an absolute nightmare. Now, you'll find that as you use this machine, that certain ends, certain little connectors are the ones that you're going to use more. I find the flat ones are good to just flatten down the bumps. The pointy ones are good to get into those really small areas and get the supports off. And the round ones are good to get into the grooves that you can then feed into. You can see the circles, you see the little nubbins there. That flat one, it really isn't too good to get those off, but it's good on the outer layer. So you know there's a few different ones and you will find the ones that you want to choose. But this little round one that I spoke about, when we put that in, that will go into the groove and we'll get them out. Just look how easy they are to get out. Now come on, if you're using sandpaper, this is going to take you an awful lot longer, but just put that little ball on, rub it up and down, and they're gone. They are gone away. Isn't it just amazing? How have I not known about these things before? Now, I've seen Dremels and I've seen rotary tools, but this little engraving tool is amazing. And those little steel heads there, they just cut through this resin, this cured dried resin like butter, and it's amazing. As I say, one little bit will not do all, but this thing comes with about 30 different bits. I kid you not. For under 16 quid, it is absolutely incredible. Now, just come on, be honest with me and let me know in the comments. Have you seen an easier way to get support settings and little support marks off the tiny pieces like this? Have you seen anything easier? I honestly don't think so. The other good thing with this is when you put that sharp edge on there, once you've got all your supports off, if you want to add a bit more detail in, if you need to sort of put some lines back in that you need to sand away, then you can just etch them back in with this little tool. Absolutely incredible. Now, there is a little bell-shaped tool that's got a natural curve in the middle of it, and I found that really good for going around corners or making really accurate curves. In the hair of this elf princess model, on the outer edges was some of the little nubbins, and using that it just took them away and shaped the hair into a natural curve, which is what you want. There's also a pointed end on it so that you can add some finer detail with your point as well. Now there are an awful lot of ends that you can see here that you can use. Something, one of those will fit the need, I've got absolutely no doubt at all. This thing does create some dust, so make sure you protect your lungs and you wear a respirator. You really don't want ground resin dust going into your lungs, and you certainly don't want it lying around on your worktops or near computers or anything sensitive like that. So make sure you do it in a well ventilated area, or if you've got access to maybe using an extractor fan, fantastic. Any kind of sanding or grinding is going to give us exactly the same, but it's just really important that this thing does throw out quite a little bit of dust. So safety first, guys and gals. Make sure you wear your respirator mask. Now, if you want to recharge it, it's USB-C. You just literally plug it in. There's a little recharge section on there. It's got a fast recharge. It took me from this to full, took me around about half an hour, and it was ready to go again. And it lasts about 40 minutes. So if you want to drill something, not all is good here. The torque on this is not brilliant for things like drilling. It will cut through eventually, but you're going to have to be a little bit patient because it just stops more than it goes through if you're cutting anything of any substance. So if you want it for a drill specifically, probably isn't the bit of kit for you. But if you're just going to cut through little tiny bits to put some wires through, maybe it'll work for you. Also comes with a grinding wheel, and I've got to say the grinding wheel on this is pants. There's just not enough torque to cut through anything. I tried to cut through a benchy and it just kept stopping and stopping and stopping. Eventually it'll get through, but honestly, if you really want to cut things, go back to using a Dremel or something like that. There's a little saw blade as well, and I had high hopes for this, and although it was a little bit better than the grinding wheel per se, it still took an absolute age to cut through a tiny bit of plastic. So again, you know, you're not buying this to use the cutting wheel, you're not buying this to use the grinding wheel, you're buying this to clean your support settings up on your resin prints and your small models, and for that it does it beautifully. There is plenty of torque to take that away. Now here you can see me using just a normal piece with quite a pointy end, and I wanted to do that just to show you that, don't forget, this is an engraver. It can engrave. So if you want to go into the detail again and exannuate the detail that maybe you've got rid of because you've sanded or you've got rid of before you've cleaned it out with one of these machines, then you can go back in with the point and just add that detail in and reimburse the hairlines, reimburse the markings. And if there's nothing there at all, you can, in theory, continue. Let's say you filled it with some resin to fill a gap, you can add the previous marks that should have been there into it. So it's really, really good for that. Overall, I would say this machine does what it says on the box, and that is it will take those supports off for you. As an engraver, I haven't tried it. I don't have any need for an engraver to do engraving per se, so I won't be using it to go through metal. I would imagine it will do it to a point, but as I said, the torque isn't brilliant on these, so you know, I'm not going to say to you it is a perfect engraving machine, but I'm not buying it for that. I am buying it to get the supports off my models, and I'm always on the lookout for things to make life easier, and this thing has made my life easier. And I just want to let you guys know, I'm not sponsored, I'm not doing it to make money, I'm not doing it for anything like that. I'm just showing you what I've found that's working really, really well to get those supports off there. Now, if you like what you see today, please subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think about this little engraver wheel. Tell me, do you like it? Don't you like it? Why do you like it? Why don't you like it? Tell me all about it. Think about joining the Greedy 3D Patreon. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you to my Patreons. And guys, if you've got any other ideas of how to make sanding easier or how to keep cleaning up these prints easier for all of us, then by all means drop it in the comments. Make sure you leave a comment, because this is all about making our hobby easier. It's enjoyable, but if we can do something that makes it easier, and let's face it, this is less than 16 quid. 16 quid for this wonderful little gadget. So hope you've enjoyed that. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you next time on Greedy.